Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel for those who are subscribed. And for those who are watching for the first time, perhaps having made your way across from the Small Studio Sunday event, it's great to have you here. I thought I'd put up a new video today while the event is on to give a bit of background on myself and also show some footage from the next piece I'm working on. So to introduce myself, my name is Natalie and I've been working on finding my artistic voice this year. The direction I felt most in tune with has been illustrative pieces depicted in bright acrylic inks on heavy watercolour paper. You can see a range of these on my website where I have portfolio sections for pieces I painted for myself as well as commissions. I'm continuing to explore ink painting as a medium by choosing subject matter that interests me and often includes an interesting colour palette as well as lovely forms and textures that challenge me to work out how to represent them on the page. As part of the artistic journey that I've taken this year, I joined a group called the Expansive Artists, which is a mentorship group run by Marissa Cummings, with the intention of guiding those of us looking for resources related to creating a business out of our art. I found this group to be an immense source of motivation and inspiration, and it's been wonderful watching those that are more established than me, as well as those who are just beginning to create an online presence, come together to discuss their wins, progress, and sometimes vent about what they're stuck on. I've been finding it a very organic way to absorb information about what I'm currently doing and what the next steps might look like. There's almost always somebody discussing something that they're trying to figure out, and lots of members chiming in with what solutions they used, which very often highlights something that I hadn't considered doing myself. There's a huge variety of mediums and styles being explored within the group, a lot of which are now visible within the Small Studio Sunday event, which is really fantastic to see. So I guess I had better talk about the piece I'm working on in this video for a bit. I decided to do a page of koi fish as my website currently uses a mixed media felted piece as the background image, and I realised it doesn't really represent the medium in which I'm mainly working at the moment. So I decided to do an ink painting which may replace the website background if it turns out well. The painting is on Fabriano Artistico hot press paper, and I'm following my usual process of doing the sketch in coloured erasable pencil, and then putting in the base colours initially quite broadly. Once I'm happy with the base colours, I'll be going back over this in finer detail, perhaps adding some outlines here and there, and picking out specific scales to give more detail to the fish. I've intentionally allowed the coloured inks to bleed into the white base layer, as I personally enjoy the way wet ink spreads into wet ink and it feels organic. Adding individual scales over the top of the dried ink later on will give definition and texture to the fish. The space between the fish will likely be different shades of mint, to match with what I used on the felted koi on the website background. But I may be brave and try to do a watered down layer over the top of the koi to try and help make it look like they're underwater. Inks are good for transparency, so I suspect it will work out well. I may test it out first on a piece of scrap paper though to make sure I don't ruin the fish after putting in a load of work on them. So I think that's everything I had to talk about in this video. If you're watching this and you didn't come here from the Small Studio event, definitely check out the description of this video for the link to check out my work alongside the work of 50 plus other artists who are participating. And if you enjoyed this video, please consider liking it and subscribing to my channel. Every little helps when trying to build an online presence, and I'm really grateful to everyone who has subscribed thus far. I'll leave you now with the rest of the footage. Best wishes for the week ahead, and I'll see you next time.